Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be reviewing a heavenly masterpiece from the house of Tom Ford. This is known as Tom Ford Oud Wood, which is a unisex fragrance, and this came out in 2007 in Tom Ford's private collection line. So for me, this is an utmost masterpiece. This is an elite wearable scent, one of Tom Ford's best, and one of my Hall of Famers out of all the fragrances I have. Over the years, though, unfortunately, it has been watered down. It is no longer potent and it doesn't have the performance. This bottle, I have this batch, actually has very good performance. I get 4 or 5 hours, but several years ago, actually about a year ago, I bought a 50 milliliter bottle of Oud Wood, and within an hour it was gone. So you have to be careful with the batches and what you're getting, because performance is a major concern. So one thing I would just like to talk about briefly before I get into the scent profile is people buying niche fragrances. And one thing about niche fragrances, always get a sample and always spray a tester before you buy them, because the amount of people that I know that are becoming disappointed with certain, I'm not going to say which houses, but certain houses that are very, very expensive. And there's no doubt that these houses have high quality ingredients, but they are simply not wearable. And in my opinion, of the highest niche houses, maybe only 1 in every 10 niche fragrance is versatile and wearable. So only about 10%. And if you were to ask a lot of the fragrance experts, if you would take their top 100 fragrances, you would probably find 80 to 90% of their favorite fragrances are in fact designer and not niche. And that's a problem with niche fragrances I found over the last several decades, is that a lot of them, the performance is okay, but and it's a unique and it has the profile, but they are simply not wearable. And at the end of the day, you buy a fragrance to wear it, not store it on your shelf. So I'll give this a spray on the back of my wrist. It's kind of got a 3/4 sprayer. So initially I get like a sweet wood that is almost cardamom-like. And I find this blend extremely intoxicating. It's fairly sharp, but then it dies down and becomes smoother. As it dries down, you kind of get this sweet darkness. It's still woody, and it gives a slight smokiness, balsamic, but it's not overpowering. It's just in the background. It's very, very well blended, and like Tom Ford's best fragrance, it's opulent, but this one is not suffocating. So it still has some transparency, which allows you to breathe, and it won't smoke out the room. Later on, it just becomes this gorgeous, smooth dry down, basically a dark, mysterious blend of the initial spray, but just smoother, and just all kind of the, if there are any abrasive notes from the initial spray, those are all smoothed out, and it's just a gorgeous scent. This is a real winner. The main drawback about this one is it's very, very, very expensive. Top notes, or the notes altogether, are oud, Brazilian rosewood, sandalwood, cardamom, vanilla, pepper, vetiver, tonka bean, and amber. Performance, you get about 2 hours of push, about 4 hours of decent projection. You're going to have to reapply, but it's excellent off the close. It actually lasts about 6-7 hours. Again, the original versions were much, much more potent, but the bottle I have is very decent. Final thoughts on this. I'm a huge fan of many of Tom Ford's fragrances. Along with the House of Creed, I think they are the two finest niche houses that are still wearable. And this fragrance by Tom Ford, this Oud Wood, is in my top 3 from the house of Tom Ford. Again, it's wearable, it's sexy, it's unique, you're going to get compliments, but it's expensive. So always try before you buy. In many places carry Tom Ford, so you're going to easily be able to get a sample, and then you can judge on your own. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have about this great fragrance from Tom Ford, leave them down below, and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.